Hey everyone, it's day one on our cruise on the Norwegian Joy out of Seattle, so check it out. Hey everyone, I'm Ken from Northern Viking Explorer and this is my wife Andrea. And today we are cruising on the Norwegian Joy out of Seattle all the way to Alaska. It is day one and we are having an amazing time. We're gonna rewind and start the day from the beginning so you can see how everything went. Everything from going to the cruise port all the way to tonight where we had the day one show. So it's been an amazing day. So we're gonna show you everything that we did today. We're sitting in our cabin right now. Also, I want to mention, make sure you subscribe because we've got 7 days coming up that we don't want you to miss out on. So make sure you click the subscribe button so you don't miss out on the upcoming days. But let's get right into it and show you how today went. So we are headed south on the I-5. We stayed in Linwood, Washington last night, which is about half an hour north of Seattle. And we're heading down to the cruise port. It's about 7:30 in the morning, but as you can see, traffic still is getting pretty busy here. It's like any other city in the US, it gets really busy. So make sure you give yourself plenty of time to get to the cruise port.
We're also really big believers for this reason to arrive at the city the night before or the day before, because you don't want to risk missing that cruise.
Thankfully, traffic's starting to move again. So I gave the port a call and they said we can drop off our bags as early as 8 a.m. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna go drop off our bags. Then we're gonna head off and find some parking out by the airport actually. We're gonna take the train back in, check out Pike Place Market and a few other things. Then we're gonna go get on the ship.
There's the Joy, I can see her. Wow, she's really big. You can see it's all so busy here this morning with lots of taxis ready to take people who are getting off the ship and people are beginning to arrive. We're here at the pier! Beautiful Seattle! I know, I packed way too much stuff, but thankfully we got parking right by the ship.
When you get down here, you're looking for Anthony's at Pier 66. It's a restaurant. And that is right next to the ship and where you can drop off your bags. There's an orange sign that says baggage drop off and you can head on over to the porters there in the yellow vests and they will help you out. Look at all that luggage already headed onto the ship, as well as semi-trucks backing in with food.
I look forward to all those yummy meals they're going to be making for us.
I'm really excited. It is going to be an amazing week.
We made it! We're here!
It's time to go find some parking. So we just dropped off our bags and we realized we didn't have room numbers on our tags that Norwegian sent us in the mail, and they asked us, what did they ask us?
They asked us, how's it gonna find your cabin? And we said, I don't know.
So they made us new tags and we are all good. But double check your tags when you drop off your baggage because you need room numbers on them so it finds your room. So we are gonna head over to the SeaTac airport area. We're gonna park over there. We did some calculations and we figure it's gonna save us close to $100 to park out there, but it is a little bit further of a trek, so you're just gonna have to judge for yourself whether you think it's worth it. We've parked here before when we've flown out of SeaTac and it's a secured parking lot. They'll shuttle us over to the airport and then we're just gonna take the train right back into town, go check out Pike Place Market and a few other things. It's really easy to do, but again, it just takes a little bit longer.
So the train is only $3 each and it'll take you right from SeaTac Airport all the way downtown. You can also take your luggage with you, but I would recommend packing light. I did see some smaller suitcases, but I think it would be rather difficult to travel with a larger suitcase. And when you get down there, you can either call an Uber or a taxi if you don't want to do the 15-20 minute walk.
So when you get to downtown Seattle on the link, the station you're looking for is the West Lake Station. This is the station that'll have Macy's, Nordstrom. It's right downtown. And you're gonna wanna walk west on Pine Street. This is gonna take you over to the Pike Place Market and towards the ship.
This is a really great area to do some shopping. And oh, there's the hop on, hop off bus. I really want to do that sometime. But today I really want to go to the Pike Place Market. I'm really excited. There it is.
And if you look way off in the distance, you can see the smokestack on the Norwegian Joy on the right-hand side of the public market sign. So we are really close. If you haven't been to Pike Place Market before, it's kind of the famous market here in Seattle. You'll commonly see them throwing fish. It's also very famous for coming here to buy flowers. And the other really big thing here is the original Starbucks. It is really busy here today. It's about 10:15 in the morning on a Saturday, and it is absolutely packed in there. So make sure you're prepared to line up if you want to head into Starbucks. There's also some great vantage points where you can look over. There's totem poles, and there is the Norwegian Joy. And somehow we have to make our way over this viaduct that they're tearing down. We'll figure that out in a moment. And off in the distance there, you are going to see the Seattle Ferris wheel, as well as the stadiums where the Mariners and the Seahawks play.
So a couple blocks north of Pike Place Market, you're going to find Lenora, and if you follow these people here, it will take us to an elevator that will help you get down to the pier. But because we don't have bags, we are going to take the stairs this time.
There you can see a good view of it, and this is going to be Lenora and Alaskan Way, and Alaskan Way is where Pier 66 is.
Oh, look, there's also Ride the Ducks. I'd like to know what's better, riding the ducks or hop on, hop off bus.
We'll have to figure it out for ourselves next time. Pier 66, we made it. And when you get here, you can see that's where we dropped off our bags earlier, but we need to go through this little maze right here, and we're gonna go through security back here, so we're gonna have to turn off the camera shortly.
And we gotta empty our water bottles. And it's also a good time to pull out your e-docs and have your passport or any identification that you have ready, because they're going to be checking for that soon.
And we made it through security in record time. I'm sure that only took us 10 minutes to do security and check-in. It was really quick. So we are getting on the ship really fast. The ship is this way, and we are excited.
Yeah, I'm really impressed because we didn't wait in any line at all. We've just been going from thing to thing to thing, and I can't believe how fast we're getting on this ship.
I do want to mention here, when you get on the ship, if you haven't sailed with Norwegian before, the big thing they do is washy. They like to squirt stuff in your hands, sanitizer, and you wash your hands all the time when you're getting on the ship, as well as any restaurants you go into, they'll give you hand sanitizer. So that's a really big thing on the Norwegian ships.
I really appreciate it because nobody wants to get sick while they're on vacation.
I agree. So we are boarding the Norwegian Joy on deck 7, and it's always so much fun and amazing the first time you set foot on a new ship. And this one is beautiful.
There's always so many things to see, from artwork and restaurants and where should we go next.
And you end up right in the local, which is one of the free or complimentary restaurants on this ship. It's a great place. You can sit there on the left-hand side overlooking the atrium, watching shows. It's a really cool place, and it's open 24 hours a day for complimentary food.
And here we are right into the casino. Now it is closed because we are still in port, but I'm sure once we get out into the open seas, they'll be opening up for all the gamblers.
You gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em.
Of course you'd sing that, wouldn't you?
I'm not even a gambler.
Oh, are you a singer?
Like Kenny Rogers, maybe. My name is Ken. It's pretty close.
You're not Rogers, though, honey.
They do have a smoking room here as well in the casino. If you're a smoker, it's a private glassed off area. And they also have this beautiful 3-story area in the middle of the casino with this big chandelier and glass staircase. It's really cool.
Now, the big benefit of getting on the ship early is we have time to snoop around and check things out. We are walking into the Manhattan here, and I want to get a little glimpse. We plan on eating here tonight, but it is nice to see what it looks like before it's full of people, and I'm quite impressed. It's beautiful in here.
This is one of the complimentary restaurants that anybody can eat at. Beautiful chandelier, and I believe it's Cagney's and Le Bistro that look down over top of it. And one great thing about Norwegian ships, a lot of them have the dining room at the back. If you get here early, you can often sit right by the window and have absolutely stunning views out over the ocean. So we are up on deck 16, the Lido deck, and people are getting into the cruising spirit. You can see people are buying drinks. There's already some kids in the hot tub. Just a quick note, these hot tubs
are two of the smaller ones on the ship, and they hold 6 people each. You can see some of the water slides there in the background and the pools. They've also got a huge screen out here playing stuff all day, and we have amazing weather here in Seattle.
It is really gorgeous, and I think heading into Alaska, you want to take advantage of the good weather that you have now, because who knows what we're going to get.
Also, at the front of the ship, there are 8 elevators and 8 more towards the aft at the back, and I think we should go find some lunch.
I think so too.
Where are we headed? The Garden Cafe. It's right next to the pool area on deck 16, and they have so many options up here, desserts and ice creams. They'll scoop you one of so many flavors into bowls or cones. My favorite up here was the kiwi ice cream or sherbet. It's excellent. They've also got all sorts of meats and cheeses, breads, chicken, more than you can imagine. They've got Asian favorites as well. They had a noodle soup station.
But I really want ice cream, honey.
So we'll get some scoops of ice cream on some cones.
I really appreciate that they have good quality ice cream. A lot of cruises have soft serve, and that's great, but this is taking it to the next level.
Lunch was delicious. We went to the buffet, the Garden Cafe. There was lots of choices, and at 11:30 there were still lots of seats. And I was really excited to find out they have hard ice cream here in their buffet, and lots of flavors, and then they've got the flavor of the day. So yeah, it's delicious.
One thing I want to say is if you have a nice camera, make sure you bring it with you on the first day. Don't pack it away in your luggage, because you're going to miss out on some amazing shots here in Seattle of the beautiful skyline. Down there below, you're going to see Anthony's, where we got on the ship. And over here on the left, off in the distance, you are going to see the Seattle Space Needle. There is just so much to look at and such amazing views.
One of the reasons that we chose the Norwegian Joy to go to Alaska was for the observation lounge. We had heard really great things about it. Now, I hate to be cold, so I was worried about that, and I wanted to know that I would have a place to hang out and be warm and enjoy Alaska. Side note, really cool thing here, the Joy actually has sinks and water, so you can actually wash your hands if you want, which is good because they have food in here. But look at these really adorable living rooms, hey hun? Like,
there are a lot of places to sit, lots of couches and chairs, just all over the place with great views out the windows. And while you're here, this is on deck 15 below the buffet, you can actually come here for a smaller lunch. They've got juices, coffees, teas. You can make a salad or have a cheese and meat plate. And they also have a selection of desserts here. I don't know. We just had ice cream. We'll have to wait a little bit longer, but it looks amazing.
Hi, we're in the observation room. It's 12:45, so 1:45. I just can't get over how quiet it is. If you need to get a snack to eat, find a quiet place to sit and hang out with your family, come down one level below the Garden Cafe and you will find some snacks and a quiet place to hang out.
In this area, they've got games, they've got books, and they've also got USB plugs near the windows so you can charge your devices. You're also going to find the first of the 2 Starbucks on board, and at these Starbucks, you can actually use your Starbucks gift cards or collect points. We actually collect Starbucks mugs, and we were pleasantly surprised to see they had Seattle ones on board, as well as mini Alaska ones. They were sold out of the full-size Alaska ones, so we're going to have to try and find one of those at the ports in Alaska.
I think this is going to be a great spot to enjoy Alaska from. You know, you can see the ocean, you can look for whales. Well, being inside, it doesn't matter if it's cold or rainy. If you look up there, you can see that's where the Garden Cafe is. So we're just one deck below.
So I spoke to our room steward, and he said if our room door is closed, we can go in there. So we're a little bit early. We are room 10521. You just tap your key and it'll open the door right up. We have an inside cabin, so I'll give you a quick tour. It is pretty small. You can see there's a desk here on the right-hand side with a phone on it. There's a small cabinet here where you can keep a few things. There's a couple of side tables, and there's a main light switch here right in the middle of the bed, which is really handy. They've also got some night lights, reading lights on each side of the bed. over here you are gonna find a TV as well as your closet. It's pretty small, so we had to slide our suitcases under the bed to store them. In the closet, you are gonna see a safe as well as some shelving for your clothing. And these lights, the reading lights beside the bed, are great because they have a USB plug right there so you can charge your phone at night. And underneath the desk, you're gonna see there's a hairdryer hidden underneath there. Really convenient.
And what I really like is that they have their own thermostat in here. I find that the inside cabins tend to get a little warm, so it's nice to be able to lower the temperature a bit. Now, actually, I'm really impressed with this bathroom because for an inside cabin bathroom, this is actually one of the biggest ones I've seen. They've got your basic amenities like your shampoo and body wash. And what I'm really happy about is they have the glass doors for the shower. So it's not one of those plastic ones that kind of cling to you. So this was a nice upgrade, definitely. And you know, they have their basic hand soap and you got your cups and towels. It has all the basic amenities.
And because we've sailed with Norwegian before, they gave us a bottle of champagne. Duc de Vellemere.
I was concerned when we got on the ship and I checked my Norwegian app that our dining reservations were not showing up. However, when I went and checked with them here on board, even though it didn't show up in my phone on the app, it was still in their system. And if I would have checked on the TVs in our cabin, they were also still showing up there. However, some of the scheduled times got changed a little bit. They changed from 5:30 to 5 o'clock. And I should also note that when you book online ahead of time, the earliest dining time is 5:30, but when you book on the ship, it's actually 5 o'clock.
So if you'd like to make dining reservations, head on down to Deck 6 into the Teppanyaki. And on our cruise, this is where they were doing the reservations. There's 4 or 5 people that you could talk to with computers, and they take your reservations for the paid dining as well as for the complimentary dining, so you could do that here. If you want to make reservations for your shows and attractions, head across to the social. This is the comedy club, and you could go in here and make reservations. They had Elements this week as well as Footloose, so you're not going to want to miss out on those.
So hey everyone, I just wanted to mention, if you haven't pre-booked your entertainment before you get on the Norwegian Joy, make sure you try and do that. Or when you get on, go book it right away because the lines are starting to get really long, and a lot of the shows by 2 o'clock this afternoon on the first day are already booked up. So we managed to get ours booked, but there was definitely some shows that were already full. So make sure when you get on the ship, you go book your entertainment right away.
Taking a look out in the distance here, you can see the Seattle Ferris wheel as well as the stadiums again where the Seahawks and the Mariners play.
We really hoped to watch the Mariners play this weekend, but unfortunately they were not playing in Seattle.
It's too bad. It's really relaxing here looking out into the ocean. You can see sailboats going by, ferries. There's just a ton to look at. It's actually getting pretty busy here on the ship. We're kind of getting ready to set sail. People are out on the deck, hanging around, watching stuff on the big screen here. And there's kids in the water park and the water slides as well as the main pool. If you need life jackets for your kids, they do have them here on board, so you don't need to bring them, as well as they have lifeguards. And we are off. Bon voyage!
Goodbye, Seattle. I always enjoy this part of the cruise as we wave goodbye to all the people below, and actually we don't know anybody down there. We have no family in Seattle, so goodbye, strangers.
Goodbye, strangers of Seattle. We will see you in a week's time, but we are off to Alaska. Hey, if you don't know, they are renovating the Key Arena next to the Seattle Space Needle there, so that's where the new NHL franchise is going to play, so if you're kind of curious about that. And this is on the other side of the ship as we're sailing out. Just some great views on this side as well. Hey, we're gonna go hide some ducks. So if you're curious about hiding ducks, basically what it is you hide ducks throughout the ship for other passengers to find. They post pictures on social media and they can keep them or re-hide them. If you're curious, I have a link to a video down in the description below.
So we just got back from the H2O Spice. They have a massive hot tub. It must be the size of 4 or 5 normal size hot tubs. So it's huge. However, it was only warm. It wasn't hot. I wouldn't call it a hot tub, so hopefully they heated up for the rest of our trip. But we still enjoyed ourselves over there.
Yeah. And for dinner tonight, we ate in the main dining room, the Manhattan.
It was really good.
It was really good, and the service was amazing. We had reservations for 5:45. We couldn't get a seat by the window as they started taking reservations at 5, but they still put us as close to the window as they could. There's just the two of us, but they gave us a table for 4, so we had lots of space, comfy.
What did you eat?
For the appy, I had the spinach salad with, well, it had a really good dressing on it. Anyways, it was delicious. And then I had the baked salmon for dinner.
Yes, and I had a Greek salad, which was excellent, and also the steak, which was really good. I think you can get the steak every night. It's one of their kind of staple dishes. Then I had apple pie for dessert, which was really good as well.
Oh yeah.
What did you have?
Yeah, I had the. I'm not sure exactly what the name was, but it was the chocolate lava cake with strawberries and ice cream.
It looked delicious.
It was really good. Really good. Yeah.
So we are off. We're going to head over to the theater. They're doing a 9 o'clock welcome to the ship kind of show. So we're going to head over and do that and go wander around, maybe see some shops and different things. So that's what we're up to.
At the Welcome Aboard show, they introduce you to the main staff on the ship, and they also give you a sampler of the shows that are going on this week. And this week we have one called Footloose, and then there's a magical acrobatic type show called Elements that we're really excited to see. It's going to be an amazing week of entertainment.
So I hope you enjoyed day 1 on board the Norwegian Joy. We had an amazing day leaving Seattle on our way to Alaska.
Tomorrow is a sea day, and I'm really looking forward to taking in a cooking show.
It's going to be a lot of fun, and we've got a whole bunch of other stuff we're going to do tomorrow. So make sure you click that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all the days of this vlog. We're going to have an amazing time heading up to Juneau and Skagway and Victoria. And there's one other port, but I really don't remember what it is at this time because it's late and we're tired. So make sure you click that subscribe button, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.